been working with collateral for a while now. We also have this chicken and egg problem, so to speak, where the question is whether access to credit comes first or before you can have functioning commodity markets, or do functioning commodity markets or exchanges are a prerequisite for access to credit for farmers. In your experience and uh, in your understanding of literature and evidence from around the globe, do you believe that without access to sufficient credit for farmers and growers, any initiative have functional, well-oiled commodity exchanges is bound to fail in Pakistan?
Well, actually, both are very interrelated, of course. Uh, but, for if we want to provide financial credit to our farmers um, based on their crops, the basic things which is required in Pakistan is good infrastructure of warehousing. Once we have good warehouses, as John has also mentioned in his presentation, only then we will be able to uh, store the produce in a standardized manner. And once it is stored in a standardized manner, only then it is acceptable as a commodity and can be traded on exchanges, especially future exchanges as well. So to build trust, it is very important that standardization has to be ensured, and that can only be done through good warehousing. And that is where Nemat Collateral Management is working towards good warehousing, accredited warehouses, and electronic warehouse receipts, which can not only give a financial inclusion to the farmers, but also an opportunity of commodity trading through electronic warehouse receipts from farmer to trader and from trader to the end consumer or miller. So I think, um, name one or to identify one aspect that this is the most important is rather difficult. It's a combination, basically.
So, one final comment or recommendation for the policymakers, any substantive change that needs to be made over the next 12 months to make sure that the golden opportunity that we have right now with the government receding from the market and private sector at least having the space to enter, we have interest rates also declining right now. Substantive incentives were provided to set up, for example, warehouses in the past. Maybe we can see investment coming back into that sector over the coming 12 months. But what single, at least one policy change that needs to take place for that to happen and become a reality?
First of all, if we have to fill the gap, I mean, we means the private sector have to fill the gap for wheat storage, for example. Um, the first thing is that the government, which is pulling out from wheat storage and wheat buying, the government should make all the warehouses, government-owned warehouses, to be operated by the private sector. So the first policy we require from the government, and that is what we are demanding from provincial governments as well as the federal government, that all the warehouses, and there are hundreds and thousands of warehouses available, and they are, if not in very, extraordinary conditions, they are quite reasonable, right? For last 50 years, we are storing wheat there. So it's not that nothing can be done. They should be made available for the private sector. Now, private sector is ready. Last week, I took the whole industry. There are 10, 20 people, 20 companies, and they take a round of all the warehouses of the government sector, and they're ready to take over those warehouses on a long-term lease basis, say 20 years of lease, so that they can, maintain those warehouses. They can put some investment in those warehouses and make them available for farmers and even traders, and so that wheat can be stored. This is probably, if you ask me, the first thing, or one thing, this is the first thing that should be done.